Well, we all know that postpartum hemorrhage is a major problem, but at least we know how to treat it, right? Everyone knows that you call for help, you give oxytocin, you massage the uterus and so on, and giving oxytocin is central to that process. Guidelines from all the major organisations recommend it as first line. But did you know there's very little evidence to support its use? There are no placebo-controlled trials to show how effective it is for PPH treatment. And that's because conducting research into PPH treatment is incredibly difficult, and that's mainly due to the consent issues. Most previous studies have asked for the woman's consent when labour starts, in order to have permission lined up in case she bleeds. But this means asking consent from a vast number of healthy women at the onset of labour, just in case they bleed. And this not only distracts and frightens women when they should be concentrating on their upcoming birth, but it's forced studies to be small and only include low-risk women. But in emergency situations, laws allow researchers, under strict conditions, to recruit women without any prior informed consent. The research team then return the following day to explain what's happened and seek consent for follow-up. This is the approach we're using in COPE. It's been supported by women with experience of postpartum hemorrhage, including those who took part in the large woman trial of tranexamic acid. So the COPE study is a large, double-blind, randomised trial comparing oxytocin to Carboprost, or haemorrhage, for the first-line treatment of PPH. Although we all use oxytocin frequently, it can suddenly drop the blood pressure if given too quickly. And if women have already received oxytocin infusion for induction and then another 10 units for prophylaxis, will another 10 units really make much difference? Now, we think that Carboprost may be stronger, but some women of course get nausea or diarrhea following its use, so ultimately we don't know which is the best option.
Being able to use delayed consent changes everything about PPH research. It means that in the COPE study we can include all women, even the high-risk women who have emergency caesareans for placenta previa, or those with abruptions. In fact, the very women who can end up with bad outcomes from PPH. And it allows us to recruit large numbers of women. In the COPE study, we will recruit 4,000 women with PPH from right across the UK. And this means that we can use important outcomes like blood transfusion and near-miss mortality to see if it is really effective. It really is a game changer.
The COPE study will run over 2 years and not only tell us whether oxytocin or Carboprost perform better, but it should also provide a template for how to conduct future PPH research studies.